guys, I'm on the way to a no-heat call. Guys, the building manager, this is a brand new customer. The building manager I spoke to yesterday, he said that this customer or the tenant has PTAC units. Now guys, you never see me mess around with PTAC units, mainly due to the fact that if we can't find parts for certain brands, we just don't deal with it. Our only recommendation would be to upgrade it to something more economical and a brand that we can find parts for. So like I did estimates here and there, like over the summer for PTAC units, but I choose not to get into like fixing them too heavy because I got to make sure I can find a supplier that I can get parts for and I can at least guarantee it's going to work. But guys, I don't know what I'm walking into. Let's go take a look. Hopefully this is a brand that a few of our local suppliers can have parts for, but I got to first figure out what's going on. According to the tenant, at least 3 of them aren't working. I don't even know how many PTAC units he has at the residence. So guys, I'm on the way there right now. Let's go take a look and let's see what's going on. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys. We made it up to the 7th floor. And it was snowing last night, so the roads are starting to clear up out there. All right, guys. This one is the smaller of the 2 that we're gonna replace. And as you see here, this thing is older than me. Brand GE and cool BTUs is 9,000. And guys, I learned a lot within the past couple of minutes with these units. The one downstairs, which is what we'll see. Let me zoom out here. The one downstairs is what you guys are going to see in a little bit. The dimensions of most of the newer GE units are pretty much the same. I think it's a 42 by 16. See that? The one downstairs, it looks slightly bigger, but they're both the same size. They're both a 42 by 16, but the one downstairs is a 15,000 BTU, and this one is only a 9. Now, the reason for me coming back today is, for one, I wanted to physically make sure, even though the supplier told me they're the same size, I just wanted to physically double check because this smaller one is non-refundable. Once we order this, we're stuck with it through better or worse. So, like I said, guys, there's nothing wrong with double checking and triple checking before you guys sign your name on a dotted line when ordering equipment. But for one, I wanted to make sure that the physical size is there, make sure the new one is going to fit right in place without us making any serious modifications. And 2, I need to verify the plug size here. And for sure, you definitely don't want to reuse old power cords. Reason being, look at this. And this one is the one that still works. I think he said in the summertime, the AC makes a noise, but I think the fan motor downstairs is totally shot. I just tried turning it on and it's not even doing anything. But guys, when you're ordering power cords, it's real simple. You look at the receptacle and that lines up. I think there's like 4 or 5 different variations of power cords with the new units. You want to make sure you can't guesstimate. And like I said, guys, the first time I was here, I just thought that if I gave my supplier the model and serial number, that's all I need. But like I said, guys, with these PTACs, if you can't verify the power cord, then you're going to be cruising for a bruising because you have to get the right power cord, of course, for the outlet. And 2, you have to make sure you don't use the old one because, like I said, guys, even by me looking at this thing has to be at least 30 years old. But being that this thing is already arcing, I can guarantee that at this point, I might just pop a new receptacle in anyway because seeing this, guys, this is definitely not a good look. This is like the equivalent of seeing your emergency switch burnt up at a furnace. So is it worth taking the risk of keeping a burnt up emergency switch on a brand new furnace? Probably not. So it's just the fact of a matter of finding a breaker for that outlet and popping a new receptacle in. But most importantly, I want to get the new one that looks the exact same as that and can match up to the power cord of the new system. But yeah, guys, this should be plug and play. Once you unplug it, take out the screws, slide everything out, and basically reverse engineer until the new one gets bolted in, and it should be mano a mano. But we're gonna plug this back in, and right now he has everything off. But yeah, guys, that's all there is to these PTAC units. And like I was saying, I never really got into fixing these things because, like I said, guys, it's a needle in a haystack. Sometimes finding parts. I'm talking like pertaining to if you have fan motors. We only did like maybe one within like the past 8 years, and we got lucky with that one because I think Johnstone had a universal motor that worked. And actually, you know, that wasn't even a PTAC. That was a fan coil unit. It looked like this, but it had 4 pipes coming out the ground, 2 for chill water and 2 for hot water. So the building switches over in spring or fall or summer or winter for heat or AC, but they had a fan coil unit with chill water. And like I said, guys, that was a whole lot easier to deal with because I know a lot of those units that are still in circulation. But yeah, guys, for the most part, like I said, these PTAC units, if you can find suppliers for them, I mean, that's a home run, but most of the time it's a little bit more difficult to deal with. If you can't find parts, sometimes you just got to recommend replacing the unit. And as you see here, someone already took the liberty of ripping out the PTAC units they had there, and they just put in the mini split unit. And I don't blame them because, like I said, guys, these things can be a pain after a certain amount of time. Having breakdown after breakdown is definitely not fun. So, but all right, guys, let's get downstairs and I'm gonna show you the other unit. I'll be right back. All right. And this is the bigger one. And where's the BTUs? See that? That's a 15. And you see cooling BTUs. 14.6 rounds up to a 15, roughly 15,000 BTUs. See that? Two. About 16. And this is the one, same style. This is the one with the fan motor not working. Hear that? You definitely smell it, but you don't you don't feel any heat coming out. So yeah, we're going to keep this off, and for sure we got everything we need. Hold on, guys, let me put the cover back on. So yeah, for sure both we want to get done, but I think the supplier said that they had the bigger one, which is this one in stock, but the one upstairs, that's a specialty order unit. So I think the one upstairs may be like a week or 2 out, and the one down here might be in stock. But once again, guys, I got pictures of both outlets, so I know exactly what cord to get, and I verified the dimensions. So the new one should slide right in place with the old one. So guys, this should be plug and play. But like I said, guys, most of these estimates revolves around planning. You know, you want to plan good, so like I said, the job flows smoothly. Last thing you want to do is figure the stuff out after you get the new system, and now, guys, you don't know what you're going to run across, and most of the time it doesn't work. If you don't know what you're getting, and it could be bigger or smaller, this is like this is a space constraint type of situation. If I had to put in something bigger, now we'll have to modify what's already here, and if that wasn't part of the plan, now you're talking about job delays, and no one wins when too many things don't go according to plan. So like I said, guys, I like having everything available up front so I know what and where to make my adjustments, especially with something like this. If I knew I had to make a bigger opening, I definitely would communicate that with the customer, and I'll say, hey, XYZ brand, stop making 42 by 16, so we may have to open this up 3 inches. So if we open up this wall by 3 inches, hypothetically speaking, we don't have to do that, but if we did, we'll have to have an electrician, or maybe we can come back and relocate the outlet further away. Just things like that, guys. Like, especially with modifications on projects like this, you want to make sure that, like I say, you educate the customer and let them know what to expect up front, so there's no hidden surprises and they know exactly what they're going to get from start to finish. So, all right, guys, but I got to get going here. I got to go back to the supply house. I got to get filters for another job I got to do tomorrow. But yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. Measure twice and cut once, and you guys are going to be rocking and rolling. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.